Back in 1845, a 27-year-old man borrowed an axe and headed down to the shore of a pond. He was about to pull off the most radical economic experiment in American history and prove something that'll make you rethink every single purchase you've made in the last 5 years. Henry David Thoreau built an entire house for $28.12. He tracked every nail, every board, every penny, and he lived in the woods for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days to answer a question you probably ask yourself every Monday morning. How much of my life am I giving up for things that trap me? Because here's the thing, we don't work to live anymore, we live to work. And at the end of the month, when we look at our bank statement, there's that weird feeling. That feeling of running on a treadmill. You're sweaty and tired, but you're not getting anywhere. Thoreau called this a life of quiet desperation. And in 1845, he decided to break the cycle. What he found didn't just change his life. It changed how we understand freedom, wealth, and what actually matters. Because he proved something mathematically that society tries to hide from you. Freedom is cheap. What's expensive is the prison we call a normal life. Thoreau spent 2 years in that cabin, 2 years watching, writing, and testing. From his experiment, 3 lessons emerge that'll completely change how you think about work, money, and freedom. 3 principles he proved in practice, not just theory, and they're just as powerful today as they were in 1845. Lesson 1. The economy of life. The first lesson will free you from a prison you didn't even know you were in. Thoreau wrote something that should be taught in every school. The cost of a thing is the amount of what I will call life, which is required to be exchanged for it, immediately or in the long run. Think about the weight of that. He's not talking about money. He's talking about your finite existence, your vital energy, time you're never getting back. Thoreau lived this to the extreme. He planted beans, grew potatoes and corn. He figured out he was spending 27 cents a week on food. And he could have worked harder to eat fancier meals. But why? The extra food wouldn't make him any freer. For him, nourishing his body was a basic need. Anything more than enough was a waste. The trap isn't money itself. The trap, it's when you work to pay for things you bought, just to look successful to people who are also working too hard to pay for things they bought to look successful. It's an endless loop disguised as progress. Every extra thing you add to your life has a hidden cost, not just the price tag, but the cost of maintenance, the mental cost of worrying about it, the cost of having to work more just to keep it running. If you need very little to be happy, nobody can control you. You don't depend on a specific situation to keep your peace. You don't have to put up with the unacceptable just for a paycheck. You don't have to perform for an audience. You are genuinely free. And for Thoreau, freedom was the only real wealth. Lesson 2. Suck out the marrow of life. This one goes straight to the heart of transcendentalism. Thoreau wrote one of the most famous lines in philosophy. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. To live deliberately. Think about what that really means. Deliberate is the opposite of accidental. It's the opposite of being on autopilot or just reacting to things. It means every action, every choice, every hour of your day has an intention behind it. He went on to say, I did not wish to live what was not life. Living is so dear. Nor did I wish to practice resignation. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life. Sucking the marrow out of life. What an image, right? The marrow is the most nutritious, essential part. Thoreau is saying, I don't want to just exist on the surface. I want to get to the core, the pure essence of being alive. And how do you do that? By stripping away everything that isn't essential to you, cutting a broad path and shaving close, driving life into a corner and reducing it to its lowest terms. You do it to see what life actually is, without the layers of social pressure, expectations, and cultural noise. Now, this doesn't mean throwing everything away and being miserable. It means being clear about what's essential for your life and your worldview. How do you want to experience the world? Is it a comfortable home? Traveling? Trying different foods? You only get those answers through deep self-knowledge. Only then will you know what's worth keeping and what's just clutter. It's about living what you believe. Because to live deliberately, you first have to figure out what you, in your heart of hearts, know to be true for you. And that's the hard part. Living on autopilot is comfortable. Following the script is safe. Doing what everyone else does keeps you out of the line of fire. But it doesn't make you feel alive. It keeps you sleepwalking. Living deliberately isn't easy, but it's the only way to reach the end of your life and know for a fact that you actually lived. Not the life someone else designed for you, but yours. Lesson 3: The Wealth of Freedom. This one will completely flip your definition of wealth. Thoreau once wrote, "A man is rich in proportion to the number of things which he can afford to let alone." Society says you need to accumulate. The more you have, the richer you are. Thoreau offers a different perspective. He says the less you need, the richer you are. Because wealth isn't about having access to everything. Wealth is about not depending on anything. Wealth, in reality, is having time. And time is freedom. You can make a ton of money and still be completely trapped. Trapped by the job that pays for that lifestyle. Trapped by the expectations of the people watching you. Trapped by maintaining an image that eats up everything you earn. That's not wealth. That's an expensive, invisible prison. True wealth, for Thoreau, was something else. It was knowing exactly what you need to live well. And then having the discipline to not let your lifestyle inflate beyond that, no matter how much you make. Because every time you increase what you need to be happy, you decrease your freedom. When you know how much is enough, nobody can control you. You don't have to take the job that pays more but kills your soul. You don't have to stay in a place that makes you sick. You don't have to impress anyone. You are genuinely free. And here's the deepest insight. Thoreau didn't stay in the woods forever. Why? Because the point was never to run away from the world. The point was to prove that another way of living was possible. And once you prove that to yourself, you're never the same. You never go back to autopilot. Because you know you have a choice. So, let's recap. 3 lessons from an 1845 experiment that are more urgent today than ever. 1. The real cost of anything isn't the price tag. It's how much of your life you have to trade for it. Every purchase, every commitment, every choice. The question isn't, can I afford this? The question is this worth my life? 2. Live deliberately, with clear intent. Sucking the marrow out of life means getting to the core of your own experience. Remove the fluff. You'll find that the essentials are surprisingly simple, but infinitely deep. 3. You are rich in proportion to the things you don't need. Every dependency is a chain. Every need you create is a cell. True freedom doesn't come from having more. It comes from needing less. Thoreau wasn't against progress or society. He was against living a life that isn't yours. He was against trading your precious, one-of-a-kind existence for a socially approved version of what success should look like. He's inviting you to try an experiment. You don't have to go live in a cabin. You can do it in your own life, right where you are. What would happen if you lived deliberately? Does this make me more free or more trapped? Does this bring me closer to the essence of life or push me away? Thoreau leaves you with one final truth. I learned this, at least, by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. The deliberate life is about discovering that the freedom you're looking for isn't in some distant future, after you've achieved this or that. It's available right now. It's in your self-awareness and your choices. It's in the decision to live according to what is essential to you.